Welcome into the In Off the Bench podcast. My name is Jim Cross. I'm joined as always by Ava Garza. Ava, it feels like we spend a lot of time in Nashville these days.
I know. I told you, it's so hard for me because I'm learning how to cheer for other teams other than LSU, but I fear Vandy has been on the top of my list, so I'm pumped for this one.
Yeah, no doubt. We got a star on deck, but before we bring him in and introduce him, we got to plug the sponsors. Jesus One Apparel, John 16:33, empowering young men and women to be bold in their faith. Chinook Seedery, 8 flavors, mild to wild, the best seeds in the game. If you want to take a hint from me, mix some barbecue, some cinnamon toast, call it smoking toast. It is the best in the business. And then, of course, Old Dominick Distillery, 100 years of tradition in downtown Memphis, whiskey, vodka, bourbon, gin. They got it all. But enough of that, Ava. Enough plugging sponsors. We got to talk to the man of the hour, Brodie Johnston from Vanderbilt Baseball. How you doing, man?
Doing good, man. What about y'all?
Excited. You see Ava wearing the red, white, and blue. I see you wearing the bandana on the regular. USA takes it from Canada. I don't know if you got to watch it. It was like at 7 a.m. But for you, as somebody who represents USA, how exciting is it for us to be, taking over a sport? This is like our 5th best sport that we play.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. It was awesome seeing that. I mean, going into it too, Canada, they're really good at hockey too, and so for us to pull out that win, it was awesome to see.
Yeah, no doubt. So I gotta ask the bandana. Like, I didn't see it last year. Like, I don't think. Like, is that because of the Olympics?
No, it was kind of convenient timing, but no, I pulled it out of nowhere, man. In the fall, I got one of them little skull caps. I was like, man, I don't know, I kind of like it. So, and after the first few games, it started working. So I was like, I'm not gonna switch it up. I'm just gonna stay with it.
It's working, Ava.
It looks like it's working. So before we get into all the good stuff, where are you from?
So I'm from Ooltewah, Tennessee. It's about like 20-30 minutes, kind of closer to Georgia, near Chattanooga.
So what's one thing that we absolutely have to do if we come visit?
If y'all come visit there, I mean, there ain't really much to do, but I'd say I don't know, I like going fishing out on Lake Chickamauga. We got some pretty good bass in there, but that's really the main thing we do. We always play fish, golf. We got a cool little golf course down there. It's called, pretty sure it's the Honors, I'm wanting to say.
Ava, but, we've established you hunt. Do you fish also?
On the low, not regularly. Like, I'm definitely more of a hunting girl if I
What about golf? He brings up golf. We've never talked golf either. Would you golf?
You don't want to see me on a golf course. I tried, but it's not my thing. But more importantly, what's one place that we have to eat if we come visit you?
Okay, that's a good one. Yeah, there ain't really too many crazy places to eat, but if you go off Highway 58, there's this place called Highway 58 Barbecue. I mean, man, they got some of the best pulled pork I've ever had.
Okay, well, Jim likes to hear barbecue, so.
I mean, I travel that way, so I'll hit it up.
So, who was your biggest influence growing up?
I'd say probably my parents, man, especially my dad, because my dad, we'd always grow up going to the field and hitting and, working on defense, and he'd always help motivate me to stay active, working out, going to the fields, and just all that stuff. He'd kind of keep me on top of everything.
So, who is your favorite athlete of all time?
Okay, yeah. I mean, I always grew up kind of watching Bryce Harper and trying to model his game because, I mean, he's a great guy, and then he's got the looks too, man. Who doesn't want to see that,
So now we got all those questions out of the way. You're the #1 player in your class coming out of the state of Tennessee. Were you always going to stay close to home, or were there other considerations?
Throughout my life, I kind of just grew up watching Vanderbilt play, seeing them do what they do and be so successful, and wanting to play for Tim Corbin because obviously how good of a dude he is and how good of a coach he is. Just growing up watching them, I mean, I really knew I wanted to go here. And then once I got the offer from here, I committed immediately because I knew I wanted to be here.
I couldn't imagine that accent anywhere outside of Tennessee, Ava. I'm just saying.
Literally. I'm listening. It does.
But, talking about Brodie as a freshman, named freshman All SEC, All Defensive Team, SEC Tournament MVP, All Tournament Team. Honestly, did you expect to have that kind of success as a freshman?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, what I was trying to do, I was just trying to come in here and play, just get as many ABs as I can, and it happened to turn out that it ended up being a pretty successful year, which I mean, I'm happy about. Thank God for it every day. But yeah, I was just trying to come in here and just play, honestly.
Yeah, so I read what Corbin had to say about you. We talk about it when we interview Vandy players. I loved it on the profile. It has a description of how he feels about the players, and he talks about your maturity. He talks about your championship mindset. I was in Hoover last year. I know who the best team was. Even as an LSU fan, when that tournament was over, there was no doubt that Vanderbilt was the best team, but obviously y'all didn't get it done. Talking about that mindset for you, what was it like? Because I know it left a sour taste in your mouth going from last year, bringing it into this year.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, us losing out already honestly just gives us more motivation this year because I mean, we knew we're one of the best teams, and we know that if we click, everything clicks. We're going to be unstoppable. It was just our bats kind of got dead at one point, and then we ended up losing. But I mean, it is what it is. I feel like we just need to use it as motivation just to go towards this year and go win it all.
Yeah, that intro video, that when I got to see you live against Ole Miss and you hit that bomb straight down dead center, I mean, at that point, like I said, I felt like it was undoubtedly the best team is, but it just shows the game of baseball, right? And anything can happen, especially when you get to the tournament. But coming into this season, whether it was the USA, headband or skull cap, or it was just the work that you put in the offseason. You batted .419, got 5 home runs, 3 of which came in a big league ballpark, 4 doubles, 11 RBIs. That's the biggest problem, the 11 RBIs, right? Because what we know is there's a lot of solo shots. We got to talk to your teammates, man. They gotta start getting on base. But your team leads the country in home runs, right? Like, and what I love about that stat is people wanted to point to y'all's ballpark, but so many of them came in a much bigger ballpark. So definitely a power surge for you and your team. What's helped y'all get out the gate hot, swinging the bat like that?
Yeah, I'd say just Jason FC. He came in here and we all nobody knew him coming in here, but we knew that he came in here with a plan, and everybody just kind of bought into the plan. And we always go up there with the same plan, and we make sure we execute that plan. Just going up there doing that. I mean, we've had a tremendous amount of success doing that.
I mean, I feel like Ava's talking about coming to meet me in Nashville for the LSU Vandy series.
I will be there. It's already locked in. It's happening now.
Yeah, with the way they hit home runs and the way we hit home runs, I know we got tremendous pitchers on both sides, but there's a chance it's gonna be a home run derby out there. For me, I'm actually a guy who prefers pitching, weirdly enough, over hitting. So it may not necessarily be the way I would. I'd rather have Connor Fennell and a shove match, but it's all good. I'll take it, Ava.
Absolutely. So next stop is Las Vegas. How excited are you to get to play in the Live Like Lou Classic?
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, it's exciting for me to play and kind of live out his legacy too. But it'll be good to get near some warm weather because I mean, we've gotten lucky the past few days with some weather here, past few games. But I mean, it's about to get really cold again. I just want to play in some warm weather,
Ava, can you imagine Tim Corbin's monitoring of the hotel to make sure these guys aren't cutting out to go play in Las Vegas?
I really can't, to be honest. The weather's been crazy, dude, and I've been seeing it. If you watch enough baseball and you flip the channels, there's a lot going on with all the weather. So more props
I just
to y'all,
know
because that would throw me off
I've been
my
to
feet.
Omaha I've been to Omaha the last 5 years, and I've heard plenty of stories from parents and coaches about guys sneaking out, and just that's Omaha. I think Las Vegas. I'm like, man, if I'm a coach, I'm a little nervous that my guys might get that itch to go out.
I don't know. I mean, I guess to each their own is what I'll say. But so we heard your walk-up song in the intro. How'd you get around to that? Because that is not what I was expecting, and I don't think that's what Jim was expecting either.
Yeah, no, so I really didn't know what I was going to do coming into it, and we had our walk-up song to do at a certain time. I still ain't had one, and so then one of my buddies, Luke Guth, he's a pitcher on the team. He came up to me and he said his dad told him, he's like, dude, Brodie, he should do like country grammar, And I was like, hold up, I think I've heard that before. And then I play it, and I was like, it's by Nelly. I was like, dude, I gotta do this one now,
Yeah, I mean, you can't think of a much better story than that. I don't think. I was like really, really disappointed with the LSU walk-up songs, and I actually like that one. So I'm telling you, like all the other schools have had a lot better
I
walk-up
mean,
songs. So I'm kind of a fan
she's
of
right.
this one.
Like when guys have boring walk-up songs, like it doesn't get you excited when they come and play. You got to have something like because yours gets you up and gets you going. So, but Ava, I will say, you know, after watching LSU because we haven't really discussed it in person for those games, we talked about it. Zach York really did nail it with Big Papa. Like he gets the credit.
Yeah, like that's one of the only ones that I'm like, 100% supporting. That one and Jake Brown, even though I
What
know
is
that's
what
not
is
your
Connor
guy.
Fennels? Does he have something? He's got to have something intense with the way he pitches.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to remember the name of it. I think last year's Kickstart My Heart. It might still be the same one, but I'm not too sure about it.
Yeah, I mean, pitchers got to always come with something intense. Gavin Guidry is probably my favorite on LSU. I'm just going off the games that I've only been to live this year. I'll be seeing teams other than LSU, but he's got cold as ice, and anyway, as a closer, so I like that. But I definitely like some Nelly. You know, it also exposes that how old I am because Nelly, that song was like when I was in high school.
So, okay, two of the most important questions of the entire show coming up. First one is, which Vandy uniform is your favorite? Because y'all have a cool kit. So,
Yeah, no, I don't know. I like the new pinstripes we got, but I kind of like the old classic ones where it's just like the white, some black and gold on it, and then the white pants. I don't know, something about that. It just looks clean, all the white with the black and gold mixed.
Yeah, your boy Mackie Tanks, like, you know, he said the gray with the black block letters were like all the uniforms you got, and that's the one you're going with. But all the previous guys said the camo. So I'm a fan of the black with the gold pinstripes personally.
Yeah, those are cool. I like those
Ava, have
too.
you actually picked which one's your favorite?
no, because every time I watch them play, I'm like, oh, I really like those. And then they come out with something else the next day, and I'm like, oh, I really like those too. But I don't know. Well, I'll judge in person. We'll go with that. I'll judge in person, and then I'll let you know.
My favorite's the one that they don't beat LSU in. There you go.
Good answer. Good answer. And then the second question is talk about your faith, how much your faith has played a role for you in baseball.
Yeah, no, 100%. So I'm a Christian, a believer in God, and I just wake up and kind of thank Him every day, and talk to Him every night, and just really give all my glory to Him because I feel like without that and His support, I just wouldn't be where I am today. And I feel like He's had a big impact on my process and getting me here, and just really the amount of success I've had. I feel like it all comes from Him, and I want to thank Him for it every day.
No doubt. That's awesome, and that's what it's all about. Giving him the glory for the amazing talent that you have. But we're gonna find out how much talent you have right now because we play a game with every guest before we cut them loose. We play different games for different guests, just depending on how. And being that you're a third baseman, we've had some elite third basemen come on this show. And so what I'm going to do is have you blind rank 7 of them. That means 7 guests that we've had played third base. You don't know who they are, and you don't know what order they're coming in. You down to play?
Okay. Yeah, let's do it. I'm down.
So got to get a pen that works first. All right, starting off, went with the guy that you played against last year from Ole Miss, Luke Hill. So 1 through 7, 1 being the best.
All right, I'm gonna put him at 4.
Nice, solid in the middle, playing it safe. I like it. All right, Andrew Fisher.
Andrew Fisher, I'm gonna Tennessee Vanderbilt rivalry. We got to put him at 7. We got to.
I love it, dude. I love it. All right. Well, you're going to have another Tennessee, so you got another opportunity, but you didn't play against him. Trey Lipscomb.
Trey Lipscomb. All right. It's just the rivalry going. I got to put him at 6, man.
That's awesome. All right, getting off Tennessee, Tommy White.
Tommy White. Oh, he was a good one. He was fun to watch too. I'm gonna put him at 1.
Nice. Well, LSU respect. I like that. All
like
right.
it.
I'm assuming Billy Amick's going to go at 5.
Yeah, 100%.
So I had 3 guys. Unfortunately, of the 7 best third basemen that came on the show, 3 of them are from Tennessee. So it's 7. So we got number 2 and number 3 left. Pretty good spots to have when you look at these last 2 names. So Brock Wilkin.
He was good. I'm gonna put him at 2. Leave 3 open spot.
All right. Third, the last one, and the person who's going to take the third spot is actually kind of a cheat. We had him on, and then he skipped college, but Austin Riley of the Atlanta Braves.
Oh, shoot, man. I'm a big Braves fan. I wish I still had one open.
That's all good. Hey, you did well, and you gave us a good laugh because, Ava, we've never had someone do that. I've actually expected that plenty of times when I've played this game.
Yeah.
And no one did the pettiness like that against a rivalry. Like, I love that he said, gotta go 7. And Fisher, if I'm like ranking this list, honestly, he's at worst 4. So, I mean, he definitely put him down there.
Is there anything that you want to plug or promote before we close this thing up?
No, I ain't got much, honestly. It's been good.
All right, perfect. Well, we want to thank you for joining us. If you like hearing his story or you just like hearing us average Joes, and as DB likes to say, Jails talk X's and O's, please like and share on Facebook, retweet on Twitter, watch and subscribe on YouTube, and head on over to Instagram and give us a follow. We will be back tomorrow. I'm gonna have to ask Jim what we got going on. Jim, what do we have going on tomorrow?
We probably rescheduling Anderson French, right? Like we were supposed to do that tonight, and then you're now on because Daniel has got to be at the hospital for his mom. So me and you're going to do college gymnastics, which is usually his thing. So now you're going to join into that world. You're going to step off baseball and football for a night. You're going to talk gymnastics. So I'm interested to see how it goes.
Well, until then, strong body, sharp minds, grit and grind all the time. We are out.